Mary Jane and you are watching DepEd MP TV. Our target learning competency in this lesson is to solve equations transformable to quadratic equations, including rational algebraic equations. I hope that at the end of this video lesson, you will be able to accomplish all activities in your learning activity sheet. In your previous lessons, you have learned that a quadratic equation is written in standard form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. There are equations that are written in different forms, but they can be transformable into quadratic equations. To transform these equations into quadratic equations, different procedures may be followed. Once these equations are transformed into quadratic equations, they can be solved using the different methods of solving quadratic equations, such as extracting the square roots, factoring, completing the square, and using the quadratic formula. Here are examples how to solve quadratic equations that are not written in standard form and rational algebraic equations transformable into quadratic equations. Number 1 example, solve x times x plus 5 equals 14. To write the quadratic equation in standard form, first step is to simplify the expression x times x plus 5 by distributive property. So x times x and x times 5 is x squared plus 5x equals 14. Second step, write the resulting quadratic equation in standard form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. X squared plus 5x minus 14 equals 0. Third step, use any of the 4 methods of solving quadratic equations in finding the solutions of the equation x squared plus 5x minus 14 equals 0. If you decided to use factoring to solve x squared plus 5x minus 14 equals 0, then x plus 7 times x minus 2 equals 0. If you have noticed, the leading coefficient of this trinomial x squared plus 5x minus 14 equals 0 is 1. When you are in grade 8, you have learned that to factor trinomials with 1 as the numerical coefficient of the leading term, first is to factor the leading term of the trinomial and write this as the leading term of the factors. Second, list down all the factors of the last term. And negative 14 is the last term. Get all the possible factors of 14. Third step, identify which factor pair sums up to the middle term. 5x is the middle term of the equation x squared plus 5x minus 14 equals 0. Find factors of negative 14 whose sum is 5. These are negative 2 and 7 because negative 2 plus 7 is equal to 5. Last step is to write factor pairs as the last term of the binomial factors. Now, the factored form of the equation x squared plus 5x minus 14 equals 0 is x plus 7 equals 0 or x minus 2 equals 0. And x equals negative 7 or x equals positive 2. Fourth step, check whether the obtained values of x make the original equation x times x plus 5 equals 14 true. Substitute negative 7 and 2 in the equation x times x plus 5 equals 14. For x equals negative 7, if we substitute negative 7 in the equation, we have 14 equals 14. For x equals 2, substitute 2 in the equation x times x plus 5. So we have 14 equals 14. Since the values of x make the equation x times x plus 5 equals 14 true, then negative 7 and 2 are roots of the equation. Second example will show you how to solve rational algebraic equations transformable into quadratic equation. Solve the rational algebraic equation 6 over x plus x minus 3 over 4 equals 2. The following procedures can be followed. First, multiply both sides of the equation by the least common multiple or LCM of all denominators. In the given equation, the LCM is 4x. So 4x times 6 over x plus x minus 3 over 4 equals 4x times 2. And the result is 24 plus x squared minus 3x equals 8x. Second, write the resulting quadratic equation in standard form. 24 plus x squared minus 3x equals 8x. Now, x squared minus 11x plus 24 equals 0. Third, find the roots of the resulting equation using any of the methods of solving equations. Try factoring and finding the roots of the equation. And by following the steps of factoring, the factored form of the equation x squared minus 11x plus 24 equals 0 is x minus 3 times x minus 8 equals 0. So we have x minus 3 equals 0 or x minus 8 equals 0. And x equals 3 or x equals 8. Fourth, check whether the obtained values of x make 6 over x plus x minus 3 over 4 equals 2 true. For x equals 3, 6 over 3 plus 3 minus 3 over 4 equals 2. And 6 over 3 is 2 plus 3 minus 3 over 4 is 0 equals 2. So 2 plus 0 is 2 and 2 equals 2. For x equals 8, 6 over 8 plus 8 minus 3 over 4 equals 2. So 6 plus 10 over 8 equals 2. And 2 equals 2. The roots or solutions of the equations are x equals 3 and x equals 8, since these values of x make the original equation 6 over x plus x minus 3 over 4 equals to true. If in case the value of x that is derived from the standard form does not satisfy the original equation, it is called an extraneous root or solution. However, it is not a solution of the original equation. I hope that this simple video lesson will give you an understanding on how to solve equations that are transformable to quadratic equations, including rational algebraic equations. Good luck, learners, in doing your activities. Bye, and I hope you learned something useful today.